It's a rare and unforgettable sight, an actual tank duel erupting across the battlefield. These moments are seldom caught on camera, but when they are, they showcase raw heroism. Cold precision and nerves of steel. In this video, we follow one such moment. A lone Ukrainian tank, pushed to its limits, facing down a numerically superior force of Russian armored vehicles. It's not just firepower that determines the outcome here. It's timing, courage, and tactical brilliance. It starts with an ambush. 2 Ukrainian tanks lie in wait, camouflaged and motionless, eyes and turrets aligned under the guidance of a surveillance drone circling high above. They don't move an inch until the first Russian tank enters the designated kill zone. Then, the trap is sprung. First shot, hit. Second shot, hit. Third, catastrophic detonation. Flames erupt from the enemy tank, engulfing it in black smoke. One Russian crew member manages to crawl away, but the Ukrainian tanks are far from done. Another Russian vehicle attempts to press forward, unaware that it's been marked. A precise round slams into its chassis. It's over before they can respond. The Ukrainians had been waiting silently for this opportunity, and when it came, they struck with unflinching accuracy. An ATGM team tries to retaliate. A missile streaks toward the Ukrainian tank, but it hits the ground short. The tank retreats, its mission complete. The next missile hits a tree. A third attempt, another miss. Ukrainian armor survives another day. The enemy regroup, but it won't save them. A massive column of Russian armored vehicles begins to advance. Tanks, APCs, MT-LBs, dozens of them. Ukrainian artillery unleashes hell, slowing them but not stopping them. And so, once again, it falls on the tankers to get the job done. One Ukrainian tank pushes forward and sets up on the edge of a village, shielding itself behind a shattered building. With careful aim, the crew opens fire. First shot, wide, reload. Second, a direct hit. An APC bursts into flame. The column continues moving forward, blind to the danger. Another APC rolls straight into the tank's line of fire. A shell crashes through its armor. One Russian tank returns fire, but misses. Ukrainian rounds hit one after another. Some enemy armor is destroyed instantly. Some try to turn back. It's chaos, and the Ukrainians control every inch of it. Despite their losses, Russian forces refuse to pull back. Their armored columns grind forward, a mix of desperation and overconfidence. The Ukrainian tank crews, vastly outnumbered, refuse to yield. They shift position again, threading their machines through tight urban rubble and concealed dirt roads. Their goal: find the next ambush point before the enemy can regroup. Russian tanks lumber into range once more. One Ukrainian Leopard crests over a ruined wall, waits for the perfect moment, then fires. A thunderous blast that punches directly into the hull of the lead Russian tank. Another Leopard strikes again. The enemy retreats, unsure of where the shots are coming from. Drone footage shows a Russian APC blundering into the open. A grave mistake. A Ukrainian tank locks on, fires, and obliterates it in one clean shot. The wreckage smolders as the tank immediately shifts its aim to the next target. Meanwhile, in a different sector, a Ukrainian tank sets up a new ambush. A Russian tank rolls in too fast to notice the danger. A single high-explosive anti-tank round catches it mid-chassis. The explosion echoes across the fields. Enemy destroyed. Moments later, a reckless Russian APC charges forward without infantry support. The Ukrainian tank doesn't hesitate. One round, gone. Reload. Another APC shredded. The third bursts into flames before its crew can even react. The rest of the convoy halts, confused and stunned. The Ukrainians aren't giving them any chance to recover. In another skirmish, a Russian tank catches a glimpse of the Ukrainian machine and tries to strike first. Its round goes wide. The second two misses. The Ukrainian tank doesn't flinch. It returns fire. The shell rips through the turret of the Russian tank, immobilizing it instantly. From a second angle, another Ukrainian shell is seen slamming into the enemy vehicle's side armor. Fire erupts inside. The crew doesn't get out. An unexpected duel unfolds. Two tanks face each other at dangerously close range, just 20 meters apart. In a heartbeat, the Ukrainian crew reacts. They fire. A hit. The Russian tank tries to back away, but the next shot finishes the job. A second viewpoint shows the same scene from a drone, confirming the kill. One more tank duel. One more destroyed invader machine. There is no pause. The Ukrainians continue, pushing back with everything they've got. As day 6 wrapped and the cleats were unlaced, a subtle shift could be felt throughout the Browns facility. Not just in terms of performance or rotation, but in atmosphere. Another Russian tank attempts to outmaneuver the defenders, creeping forward along a tree line. The Ukrainian tank spots it through a narrow alley between buildings. The enemy doesn't even realize it's in a kill zone. One shot, a direct hit to the engine block. Flames roar from the rear of the tank as the crew abandons it. But before they can escape, a second shot strikes, sealing their fate. With each advancing minute, Ukrainian tank crews prove they are not just soldiers, they are strategists in steel. In the next encounter, a Russian tank attempts a retreat after being damaged. The Ukrainians don't let up. As the enemy tries to flee through a field, a pursuing FPV drone finishes the job, diving into the weakened vehicle and detonating with precision. Even damaged Russian armor isn't safe. A new wave of armored vehicles approaches from a distance. Among them are BMPs, BTRs, and MTLBs. But the Ukrainians are already dug in. A Leopard tank sits idle behind a barn, awaiting the signal. Once the first Russian vehicle breaches the open, it's all over. Shot after shot, clean, precise, devastating. The enemy can't even locate where the fire is coming from. Smoke covers the Ukrainian position as the Leopard begins its withdrawal. Mission complete. A captured Russian tank is now flying Ukrainian colors. Inside it, a bold crew drives straight into enemy territory. They spot a Russian APC approaching. Unaware that their own machine is now turned against them, the Ukrainians wait. The APC closes in. A single shot disables it. A follow-up blast finishes it off. In another sector, a duel between APCs begins. The Russian vehicle opens fire first but misses. The Ukrainian BMP answers back with superior accuracy. After several exchanges, the enemy vehicle is immobilized and overrun. A Ukrainian warrior emerges from the smoke, waving the blue and yellow flag in triumph. These are not just tanks and machines. These are warriors in armor, delivering justice with every shell. That concludes today's combat report. Raw, unfiltered, and heroic. Don't forget to subscribe to follow the frontline stories from Ukraine's defenders. Each mission is history in motion. The war isn't over, but these warriors are making sure the outcome will be remembered.